Oh my god, finally! It's been about 6 months since we got our very first look at Avatar: The Way of Water, with that teaser trailer that dropped with Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Since then, we've had a bit of an Avatar drought, which I kinda get because, again, this movie's coming out in December. But come on, 6 months? In any case, half a year later, now the real marketing for this movie begins. Before I talk about this trailer though, I do want to make a correction. In my video about the first teaser trailer, I mentioned that these Avatar sequels are coming out year by year. Yeah, they're not. They're actually going to be every other year. I know that now. So yeah, we're going to be spending the next 6 years in Pandora. Oh my. So alright, now that my disclaimer's out of the way, let's talk about this new official trailer for Avatar: The Way of Water. So the trailer begins, and the first thing I notice is the music. Yeah, I recognize that melody. That's the song that played in the end credits of the first Avatar film, the song I See You that Leona Lewis sang, which again, every time I hear it, takes me back to being a freshman in high school. I just associate that music with that time in my life. But this does lead me to wonder, is this music, the theme from the first movie, gonna serve as the overall theme of the entire franchise? Like, is that still gonna be the main theme in these sequel movies? Or is Simon Franklin gonna come up with a new theme? I imagine there will be new themes for different new characters, but I think that'd be pretty cool if they kept the main theme from the first movie. Make it feel all connected, you know? And then not too far into the trailer, we get that shot of Kiri, and it turns out she's pregnant. We know that she and Jake have kids now, and actually I think they have 5 kids. I thought it was 3, but I guess it's gonna be 5 kids, which that's a lot. We do learn a little bit about a couple of them in this trailer though. Example, the first lines of dialogue we hear.
Dad, I know you think I'm crazy, but I feel her.
It did take me a second, but I was eventually like, that sounds like Sigourney Weaver's voice. We knew that she was gonna be in this movie, and it was revealed that she's playing one of Jake and Neytiri's kids. This is Kiri, and her lines here are very interesting. She speaks of some connection that she feels with someone, and it leads me to think that she's talking about Grace Augustine, Sigourney Weaver's character from the first movie. If you remember, they tried to save her by bringing her to that sacred tree. It didn't work, but her last words were,
I'm with her, Jake. She's real.
She's talking about Awa, the Na'vi deity. I'm thinking now that we have Kiri, voiced by Sigourney Weaver, there's probably some reincarnation going on here. She sounds like Sigourney Weaver. She supposedly feels some connection with Grace Augustine, who is dead. She can feel her heartbeat, I guess. Although oddly enough, her face doesn't really look like Sigourney Weaver. At least not in my opinion. But the funny thing is what this is reminding me of. If this is Grace Augustine reincarnated, there was also a reincarnation element in the other Avatar franchise, The Last Airbender, where the Avatar is actually one life reincarnated every time one dies. I just find that funny and kind of ironic that now both big Avatar franchises have reincarnation in them. The trailer goes on and we see that the RDA is back. That shot actually kind of freaked me out, the way that thing was moving. And yes, Colonel Miles Quaritch is back and now he's got a Na'vi Avatar body. They're gonna have to explain how he survived getting hit with those arrows. Yeah, we thought he was dead for sure. Now he's got an Avatar body and he's crushing skulls. That's a cool shot. And what with this trailer talking about a war and the RDA is back and I guess they're going up against the Na'vi again, I'm hoping this movie isn't just a repeat of the first one. Because there are some things in this trailer that made me think it might just be. I mean, we have the Na'vi versus the humans. We had that in the first movie. That's what that first movie was all about. Now granted, I don't know what's really going on in this trailer, because like the teaser trailer, this trailer doesn't really give a whole lot more details about the plot. Which I actually really like that. It's like Star Wars The Force Awakens all over again. But that also means that the majority of the plot is going to end up being spoilers, which means my spoiler talk for this movie is going to be a long one. Just saying. We do see more of the other tribe in this trailer, and they look really cool. I like how they're differently colored. I did some research on the cast and the characters. This other clan, they're called the Metkaina. This is their leader, Tonowari. He's being played by Cliff Curtis, who I remember from Dr. Sleep. What I really like in this trailer though is what happens next. This part right here.
Outcast. That's all they see.
I see you.
Okay, it looks like we got another love story going on. This dude is Loak. He's one of Jake and Neytiri's kids. And this girl with the Anya Taylor-Joy eyes is Rhea. She's the daughter of the chief of the Metkaina clan. So yeah, we got 2 kids from different clans. They're both kids of the chiefs of those clans. If they're in a relationship, that'd be a good power move. Bring those 2 clans together, you know? Starting to remind me of Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon a little bit. But I like seeing it though, because I was like, kids. Kids in love. And then the trailer ends with a solid Jake and Neytiri moment.
Strong heart.
You think back to what Neytiri said about Jake in the first movie.
You have a strong heart.
So this is a good callback. What I think is really interesting about this movie is that it's going to deal with character evolution. It's been over 10 years since the events of the first movie. How have Jake and Neytiri changed as characters? They're parents now, that'll give you a new outlook on life. And James Cameron said that's a big part of the movie. In the end, of course, I'm still looking forward to this movie. I'm looking forward to seeing the IMAX version of this trailer too. And yeah, as we all suspected, this movie is confirmed to have a runtime of over 3 hours, which of course it will. It's probably going to be a heavy watch, not for casual viewing. There might be some lighthearted fun in there with the kids. But for the most part, we are back in the world of Avatar, with the Na'vi and the RDA and heavy war, awesome visual effects, great score. We are back, baby. I'm ready to sit my ass down for 3 hours. And I want to see this in 3D too, since I imagine seeing this movie in IMAX 3D is going to be pretty fucking cool. Talk about immersion right there. It's going to be awesome. So, the official trailer for Avatar: The Way of Water. Have you watched it yet? What are your thoughts on it? And in what format are you planning on seeing this movie? IMAX, 3D, regular, 2D? Whatever you think, go ahead and leave a comment. And of course, thank you for subscribing. Now, if you'll excuse me, I gotta get back to playing Persona 5 Royal. Because it was recommended to me by a friend a few weeks ago, and I've really barely gotten started, so I gotta get to that. Peace!